point of sending all of this traffic to your Shopify store if none of it actually converts? One of the biggest struggles inside of my membership and with my clients is oftentimes related to website conversions. And a lot of people, unfortunately, that start Shopify stores have no idea why people are not converting. If you don't understand your audience and if you don't understand how to build a website that is built and designed to generate sales, then you're probably leaving money on the table. And that's, really unfortunate, which is why we're going to have the conversation today around how to optimize your Shopify store for better web conversions. Now, I'm inviting a friend over to the YouTube channel today, and we're going to do an interview style video where I ask her all the questions that you want to know. If you're new to me, this is a new style of video. I hope that you stick around. If you're not new to me, obviously you're going to know this is a new style of video, and I hope that you enjoy it. Please let us know down in the comments below if you have any specific questions related to web conversions for Shopify. And without further ado, because I know that's why you're here, let's just dive right in. Welcome, Silvia, to my little YouTube channel all about Pinterest marketing and sometimes about content marketing. We're talking to the audience today about Shopify website conversions, and I just did the intro where we were talking about, what's the point of sending all of this traffic if you are not converting it? So you have some mistakes planned for us to chat about today, but before we talk about those 5 mistakes, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself and your business and, all of this great Shopify stuff that you know?
Of course. So first, thanks for having me here, and hi everyone. So awesome for you to be tuning into this. So my name is Silvia Myers, and together with my husband Kristen, we have worked with over 1,000 Shopify stores literally all around the world. And we have thus far generated millions and billions of dollars for our customers. And some of the things that we learned along the way are things that you really want to be doing in your Shopify store and don't want to be doing in your Shopify store to make money. And so one of the most common mistakes that we see and that a lot of entrepreneurs make, particularly when they're starting out, is that number one, they are not picking their niche. And what that means is that I meet so many entrepreneurs who are like, actually, I just spoke to one today, and this lady was like, we make these watch bands and the wristbands, and they're so great, and they could be for everyone, literally men and women, and a young person could use them, and an old person could use them, and they are priced really well at $12.95. But guys, don't make that mistake of having a product that literally is trying to please everyone. Because when you have that product that's trying to please everyone, and it's literally for everybody between 18 to 65, and you just want to sell a good quality product at a great price, it's really not going to work. And the reason why it's not going to work is because your small business is kind of like literally a grain of rice in this field, in this sea, right? So you want to be cutting through to your customers. So you want to really be deep diving into what we call a super niche. What you guys want to really remember is that the riches are in the niches. The way how you're going to make the most money with your business is that you will be speaking to that specific customer, because you will understand what their specific problems are, and that's how your content is going to cut through. That's how your paid ads will cut through. That's how your store will be converting. So mistake number one, don't try to please everyone. Don't be everything to everyone, but really pick a tight niche. Mistake number two, so many entrepreneurs just start driving traffic to their store, but there is no congruency between what your audience saw in your post and on your ad and where they land on your website. If there is no congruency, if what they saw and clicked on is not what they're gonna see straight away when they land or inside your store, there's not gonna be a sale. Sorry guys, that's it. That brings me to mistake number 3, is that so many entrepreneurs just promote their homepage. And it's oh, this is my homepage. Guys, why would you want to drive traffic to your homepage? Think about this. The more click-through people have to do before they purchase, the more you're going to lose them. We know statistically that every single click-through people have to do loses 60 to 70 to 80% of people along the way. So please do yourself a favor and always get your customers to either go to a collection page where they can select for multiple products that are all about the same, in the same area, like, you know, different notebooks or different skirts or different scarves, or second option, straight to your product page. Okay, so please don't make that mistake of just getting them to your homepage. Mistake number 4, if you're trying to position your product as a premium, and by the way, all of you should, I don't want to see any small business owner selling cheap products, because like Walmart can do that, you cannot do that. So always position yourself premium. So guys, when you are positioning yourself at the premium end, reviews. You've got to have reviews. And I hear like entrepreneurs all the time, oh, but I don't have reviews because like nobody has bought my product yet. Go and get them. I'm not asking you to cheat, but go get them. Buy these products for your whole family, and you say, hey, everybody gets a product, but you better come to my store and give me a review and take a picture of the product and how you use that product. Like, those reviews are crucial. Just think about it, how you make your choices, how you choose a restaurant. Like, how many of us go to Google Maps and type in, I want a sushi place, and then we just go over reviews. Those people who left those reviews, we might not even like those people. We might not like the food that they like, but we care about that average rating and that average opinion. So crucially important, reviews. And mistake number 5, and like this is a huge one as well, is like inside your store, guys, if you have images of your products, but you don't have an image of your products being in use, then it's not going to convert well. So you just want to add that human touch to it. Like, you want to see how somebody's actually, let's say you sell cleaning products. One of our customers, our ninjas, sells a cleaning products that she manufactured and designed herself because it's toxic free and all of these amazing stuff. So on her page, once she put in actually a short video and an image of her using the cleaning product and cleaning surfaces, that has had a huge impact on her conversion rate. And that's how she was able to go from like 0.5 to 2%. So that's what I want you guys to do. Like, always think about how your product is being in use.
So we have these same conversations, and we actually talk about a lot of the same things, I'm realizing now, Silvia, because ironically enough, all 5 of those mistakes I've talked about on this channel, in my membership, in emails, private conversations. So it must be there's a lot of commonality here, and I'm really excited that our people are hearing the same things in both places. So tell me this, riddle me this. If you had a new Shopify store owner come to you today, which you probably did have a new one come to you today, what would you tell them is the least important part of their Shopify, like just strategy in the beginning, that they can kind of skip over because they have other more important things to focus on?
Such a great question, Heather, because every time I speak to a new business owner, they're always like thinking, oh, but I need to finish this section inside my store, and I need to like price this properly, and I need to figure out like how is my packaging going to look and my customer service and all of that stuff. And guys, those things are great, but you've got to drive traffic to your store. You got to get those people to see your product. And I feel like so many business owners just want to be really busy like with the after sale stuff, but first you need to start getting those sales. So first thing you want to skip over is customer service. Don't worry about it just now. I mean, just trust yourself that you're going to sell your product and deliver great customer service, but don't overcomplicate that. So just leave that for now. Also, leave, guys, any discounting. I honestly don't want to see any of you discounting your amazing products. You always want to be positioned at premium, because remember, it's not race to the bottom. Once you start discounting and you start training your customers for the wrong behavior, it's really a big hole to dig yourself out of. So skip the discounting too. Also, one of the things that you want to skip, and I see like so many entrepreneurs have gambled their money away on this. I see entrepreneurs, they like open their store, they don't have an idea of who the customer is just yet, and they're like, oh, but you know what, Meta gave me $50 credit, or Pinterest gave me credit, or like TikTok gave me credit, and they just start running ads, not having the slightest clue what they're doing, before you know it, I just spoke to an entrepreneur today who was like, oh, hi Silvia, so I spent $7,000 and I made one sale and I don't know where I've gone wrong. Guys, I don't even want you to spend like $200 without knowing what you're doing, okay? So one of the things that you can definitely skip over are paid ads, and the reason for that is because you really got to understand who is your ideal customer and build that social media following first. And it doesn't have to mean that you're gonna have to have videos that go viral and have thousands of people following you. It just means you have to have few strategic pieces of content where you understand what cuts through. Once you understand what cuts through, because these platforms are there for you to test it for free. Like you can test it for free on Pinterest, you can test it for free on TikTok, you can test it for free on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, with that one same piece of content. And you will see straight away if you just do this for 30 days. Guys, like if you knew you're building a foundation of a multi-million-dollar business that's there to stay for generations to come, would you invest 30 days of your time to build the right foundation? Of course you would. But so many business owners just like say they would invest these 30 days just to test out content and what works, and then they don't do that and they just want to skip to paid ads. So paid ads, in my opinion, unless you understand what strikes a nerve with your customer, can be a huge waste of time. You can be gambling your money away. So instead, what you want to do, test content for 30 days. You will see straight away what gets traction, and then you do use that type of content to create a paid ad.
So we actually have a very similar conversation with my clients and customers, students all the time, that you don't use paid ads to get started. You pour money on the fire once you already have conversions and you know what's converting. So yes, I was shocked when you said that someone spent $7,000. Like, oh my gosh. It's heartbreaking when that happens. So listen, folks, Silvia is an expert over here who has made millions of dollars for her students and customers and clients and all the like. So if she's saying it and I'm saying it, it must be true. Okay, I have a very selfish question for you. So I started my Shopify store a couple years ago, and I found this app. I think I read about it in a blog post or maybe saw it on a YouTube video, and it does upsells for me. And I don't use it for anything else. I don't use it for cross-sells or anything crazy. I just use it for upsells. And that thing is like crazy good at getting me conversions, but this probably isn't something that you would suggest for physical product sellers or maybe even like newbies. Tell me about it.
Great question. So when it comes to app, I definitely think there is time and place to have upsell, cross-sell apps, urgency scarcity apps inside your store. 100%. What do you want to make sure though, first of all, that it's on brand. You don't want to have a store that looks tacky because you have a pop-up here and you have a pop-up there and it's all like pew, 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 pew. And then it's not going to convert because it's just going to look fake and it's going to look cheap. So what I mean by that is that you do have to give your customers a nudge though, and a reason to add to cart, and a reason to check out, and a reason to buy more, 100%. Reason to reach the free shipping threshold. All of these are great strategies, but you want to start doing this as a one app at a time, because you want to be testing what actually is working for you and your customers. That's the first thing. Second thing, when it comes to apps, just be careful as to what app you are installing and what kind of contract you're entering as well. I personally love some of the apps out there, like there is Ultimate Sales Boost, for example, and there are so many others. But the easiest way I always suggest business owners to use these apps is that you go to a Shopify app store, you search for the type of app as to what you want it to do. And then let's say you're looking for an upsell app, you literally, just guys, this is going to sound so simple, but it's how it is. You literally just sort it by reviews. Again, guys, there are reviews. And look at the ones that have a high average rating, but also a lot of reviews. Like if it's got a high average rating, but there is just 5 reviews, you're like, you probably want somebody else to be testing this for you. So you want to have something that's already been tested, proven over and over and over. So I typically choose an app that has like thousands of reviews and has like really high rating, and also has the free option. So particularly when you're starting out, I wouldn't necessarily be entering a contract where I'm paying $30, $50 a month to keep this app, because at the beginning, you're not going to necessarily get that return on investment on that app, because there is so many other things you have to pay in between. You've got to pay your Shopify store membership. You've got to pay payment fees for PayPal and credit cards. You obviously have to pay for your products. You have to pay for your marketing. So last thing you want is another paid service. So I always look at what app has a free version. Let me test that. Once I'm getting return on investment, then I can enter that paid contract.
In case I didn't tell you what the app was in the beginning, I told Silvia, she already knows, but the app is called Honeycomb, and I use it just to upsell just digital products, and I use it very simply, and so far it's been working quite well. I've made actually an additional $500 in revenue in my store just from this little app, and I use the free version, so nothing crazy. I am a big proponent of running very lean in your business, especially when you are new or just starting out, or even the first, your first 6 figures. If you can run lean, that means you can pay yourself more, you can put more food on your table, and pay those high rent costs across the world, because we all know that is, taking care of ourselves and our families is really important. So thank you, Silvia, for all of these really great tips. I really, really appreciate you coming on today and talking about these website conversions. So if you guys want to learn more about the things that you need to avoid when it comes to Shopify conversions or lack thereof, I want you to head to the description, because Silvia is sharing 2 really great resources with us. One is a masterclass. It's a video style masterclass you can sign up for, and she's going to walk you through all the things that you can do in real time. And then there's also an ebook there as well with 7 mistakes that you can avoid that will help you in your conversions over time. So Silvia, thank you so much for coming and chatting with us. I really hope to have you back again sometime soon.
Thanks for having me, guys, and let's go. Let's make it happen.
In editing, we realized that my hair was scratching the audio again, so I'm back with you and I'm changed. So if you just enjoyed the video that we had with Silvia from Traffic Ninjas, then you're going to enjoy the resources that she's so kindly given us, so you can go and optimize your Shopify store according to her best practices and what she knows to work, what her and her husband know to work for Shopify store owners. So head on down to the description, grab those resources, and if you want more e-commerce shop videos just like these, especially if they pertain to Pinterest, head on over here and watch those, and we will see you there.